So it finishes Barcelona 0, Rayo Vallecano 0. For more on this, let's go to the Camp Nou. Darke and Steve McManaman with us. That wasn't the plan, boys.
It certainly wasn't. Great performance by Rayo Vallecano. We came to see Lewandowski and Rafinha, etc., but we're probably going to leave talking about those two central defenders, Catena and Lejeune, for Rayo Vallecano. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is, and I suppose the question is, was that teething trouble with the new team, or are Barcelona still not good enough?
Well, I certainly think it's the latter. I just think they're not good enough. Yes, they've got a host of new signings. Listen, I love Lewandowski. I think he's world class. But a lot of the other signings didn't... I mean, Koundé's a good sign, but they haven't registered them. But Rafinha, I'm not that bothered about. Kessie, I wasn't that bothered about. You know, people like that. Christensen, I wasn't that bothered about. Yes, Lewandowski is an upgrade. But you see how many players they used today. They were packed on the bench, absolutely stacked with internationals. They brought 5 on, and they still couldn't do anything. The game management was poor. They were slow. There was no urgency at all. Yes, it's very, very warm tonight. It's very warm, and that is...
They're used to that in Barcelona.
Well, exactly. It's the first game of the season with new signings, with a full house and an expectant crowd. There was no tempo at all. I was really disappointed in them. I really was today.
I did agree with Ali there. I thought Busquets was badly done by that.
Yes, right,
it was a yellow card. Then maybe you could give the foul. He was shielding a bit too robustly, but for that to be a second yellow and him to get a red card, I think they've got that wrong, haven't they?
Yes, very much so. I didn't think the referee was very good today, and you know, I've played the game, of course. So has Ali, and I totally agree with what he said. We said it in commentary. Yes, he's shielding the ball. He's not looking at Falcao. It's not a swinging arm. Yes, he does catches it, and there was a little bit too many theatrics today on show from the Rayo Vallecano players. And I get the fact that they're falling down because they're trying to time waste to see the game out. But the referee fell for that one today, really, off Falcao.
So a bit of pressure. I don't think he's going to enjoy the headlines tomorrow morning, Xavi. All the players, disappointing debuts, really, all around. Kessie got a bit of an injury. There's the Busquets red. So next game, away to Real Sociedad. They've got to start performing. Back to you, Dan.
Yeah, Jenna, before we let you go, we've had quite a few complaints that you're not wearing your jackets.
Oh, no.
It's a Turkish bath here.
Thank you very much, boys. Go and cool off. Ali, we talked...
What you can't see is that...
Go on, Maka.
I was saying, what you can't see is that there's people below us here with fans blowing on us because it is that warm.
Just palm trees.
We've got a device. We've got a device here. It's like the thing from Apollo 13, you know, when they needed enough oxygen to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. It's a bit like that.
What? Brilliant. I love it. Thank you very much, guys. What's so fascinating, I mean, we talk about this a lot, is pre-season and how it's a false dawn.
Yeah.
And no one epitomised that more today than Dembele.
Yes. And this is the sort of player that is so very frustrating because you see him for a couple of minutes, for a couple of plays, for a couple of sequences, and you say, man, this guy is something special. And that's what happened in preseason.
Yep.
You see, well, this is the version that Xavi has been able to get out of Dembele. And so therefore, what we're gonna see from him is his full potential. And his full potential is a very, very talented player. But has he been productive with consistency with Barcelona? The answer is no. So until we see it with consistency, not towards the end of the season like he did last year, no. The whole year. Let's see it, Dembele. Here's your opportunity. Here's your chance. Xavi believes in you. Let's go. Let's do this. He's kicking the ball straight out of bounds.
Yeah. Incredible. Well hit by one of those balls. Alexis and Luis are with us now from the touchline. Guys, you're in a great spot to kind of give us the mood of the fans beforehand. Great, excited. Everyone's looking forward to this new dawn. I imagine that trended down as the game went on.
Yeah, Dan, as we were saying, we built it up so well, talked about the frustration of last year and the disappointment in Lionel Messi going and the excitement this year. And now, once again, we're back to that disappointment and frustration, really, Luis. And, I mean, it's absolutely sweltering hot down here. But despite that, this is the second highest crowd we have seen since post-COVID era in LaLiga. And they leave disappointed, Luis. What went wrong?
Well, I think that we've been talking and the guys have been breaking down very well. I think that the ball wasn't as fast as it should be. It was no urgency. We could see the center back just passing the ball each other. We never saw them with the intention of going forward to try to make the defenders or midfielders of Rayo Vallecano to do something. And at the end, it's about the ball going into the net, then the back of the net. That's the only thing that matters. I think the Barcelona is not the best performance. Of course, it's the first one. I think there's still a lot to work on. But you could see that there is an idea. At the end, the chances arrived, but you didn't finish them. And that's something that you should be concerned. But it's not something that is going to worry the Xavis or the players, because when you don't have the chances, when you have to be worried, when you have to be concerned. Yeah. But today there were a lot. We saw Ansu Fati shooting the chances, Lewandowski chances, Dembélé, Rafinha, all of them had chances. They didn't score, but at the end they were there. There is not all the games are going to be like this during the whole season for Barcelona. 4 players in front of the box and another 4 players in front of the box defending and go for the counter-attack. They need to get used to this. Hopefully they can do it quick, because if not, again, we're going to get disappointed very, very often.
And speaking of disappointment, because you talk about the chances, we know that Barcelona can create a lot of the chances too. And the fact that they brought in Robert Lewandowski, he seemed to be that missing piece to get on the end and for sure score all of these chances, so to speak. We talked about it last year, and we saw how Kun Agüero almost helped them before, of course, he had to retire. But still, why not tonight for Lewandowski?
Well, I guess, I mean, it's the first game, the anxiety, the people get nerves, even though that is...
Very experienced.
Yeah, very experienced, but it doesn't matter. At the end, you come here, plus 1,000 people into the stadium, expectation is something that the players need to deal every single weekend. And it's not easy when you're in front of the goal, and I think that I saw that in Rafinha in the first half. He wants to score so much that he's tried to put the ball in the best position, try to score the first goal, because that's something very important. And then you kind of release all that tension, all that pressure that you feel. But sometimes you got a keeper in front, you got players in front, and it's not easy. So I think that's what happened tonight. All of them wanted, but it wasn't enough.
Rafinha definitely was trying very hard. He's had some pace on him, almost fell over our side and fell on top of us a couple of times. Luis was going to offer him a seat to sit beside us, but he wanted to get involved. Someone else who wanted to get involved, of course, is Dembélé. We spoke about him and how highly you rate him, you know, despite all the other big glittery names on this Barcelona squad. But you heard Ali almost have a little
They love a fight. They love a fight.
Oh,
the first thing that they start talking when they were going to throw to us, retransmission, it was, no, Dembélé, you know, yeah, there you go, you got the chances. Listen, guys, it's the first game, take it easy with Dembélé. He's a fantastic player, as you're going to show. Last year, it was great. Today, yeah, maybe we can say that he wasn't the best on crossing, on finishing the game. But if you see what happened on the field, why all the players are looking for Dembélé, why all of them, they are rushing to bring the ball to Dembélé. That has to mean something. And guys, yes, given time, he's the best player, or one of the best players on the field.
Tell him, Luis.
But didn't we give him time before? And isn't this a little bit of the version that we saw of the previous version before he got his new contract? It's got to be a concern, Luis. I understand you're a big fan of his, but you've got to be worried when you've got one of your best players who are as inconsistent as he is.
Yeah, but we are talking about one game. You guys have been mentioning about the preseason, that he's been good, he's been in action. Last year, he ended up the season very well with 13 assists in just 3 months, something that no one was expecting. And now we are talking about one game, a game that is not easy. It's Lewandowski inside, Rafinha inside, Garcia came into the second half, Frankie de Jong. And we are focusing on only Dembélé. I think, yeah, it wasn't the best one, but I think the whole performance was the best for Barcelona. So let's give it time. I think that these guys deserve. They just been training for 3 weeks. Christensen, Lewandowski, with the uncertainty that they maybe wasn't going to be registered. So all that kind of things, when you are on the field, kind of is an impact for the players. And today, yeah, it wasn't the best one because they didn't score. If they scored the first one, it could have been 2-3 more goals.
Frankie de Jong was a bright spark, though, wasn't he?
The best one, yeah,
exactly.
the best one in the second.
The one they're trying to get rid of, Luis.
Yeah, kind of.
They need to register Koundé.
I think he showed today. He wanted to show, listen, I'm here. I wanted to do something. Look what I can bring on the table. And definitely was one of the best players in the second half.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.